Admit all. Don't need to see me, so I'll switch me off. Hide self view. How are we doing? So I've hidden my camera because there's actually no point me being on, as long as the camera's set. Good evening, Facebook and YouTube. Hashtag live and your name if you're in the game. If you're on the replay, where have you been? Hashtag replay and your name. George is coming in. Here he is, the Georgester. Oh, Melanie's coming in as well. Good stuff. There we are. Who else? Anybody else at the door? Comments in. Oh, look, you've got a camera on. My goodness me, it's a bit dark, but I can see you've got a camera on. Brilliant. Alex D, George K, Melanie 2, Norton, Henry and Jonathan, and the Lorcan. Lovely biscuits. And Josh Dawson. I can't even say it properly. I need some water. Josh Dawson is on YouTube. What does it say there? Live, Josh D. That looks like a smiley face. I'll be Zoom in a minute. Oh, well, if you're not in it, you can't win it. You have to be in it to win it. So he'll be in the Zoom in a minute. So we'll hear another bing bing. Right. So why is this an adult? Well, there's teens adults. This red belt and above. Teens are like third cup, second cup. Yeah. It's not that it's not full of blue belts. It's not that it's not for blue belts. I mean, junior blue belts. I was going to do some conditioning. So this isn't really, this is for teens and adults and cadets. It's not really for kids, right? But I can modify it slightly. We just don't hit things that are hard, and we just don't do press-ups on our knuckles. Cadets, you can hear these things, and hopefully you've got the capacity to say, okay, I'm not going to batter my knuckles off concrete, right? Because it hurts and it can do damage. There's two good reasons not to do it. It's the same with the adults. Hopefully you all got common sense. You haven't left it at the door. Stand still just now, Logan. When we'll do some warm-ups in it together, right? We will do some press-ups. And when it comes to juniors, I want you to do half and half. So you'll do flat of the hand and first two knuckles. First two knuckles, they're up to mark. You'll use those first two knuckles. You'll do first two knuckles plus a flat hand, and you'll do press-ups that way. Those that can't put pressure on the wrists for whatever reason, you can take pressure off your wrists by doing, I don't know if you can see, yep, there's the wall. You can do press-up even on your knuckles. You can do press-up on your knuckles, but obviously you'll have to be careful and you'll have to judge it accordingly to how your wristicles are. But if you're doing normal press-up, then you can do press-up on the wall. Just a word of warning, don't bat your nose off the wall. Yeah, it's always a good idea not to bat your nose off the wall when you're doing press-up. Or for any reason, don't bat your nose off the wall. So, start here, jump in, we're ready. Start jumps, go. 2, 7, 9, that's all. Just on, you go. You're on, aho. You keep going, Hana. You go. Your step, your net. I'm going to get a video. You keep going. I'm going to get a quick video of all you do star jumps. You got to look busy. You got to look busy for at least 10 seconds while I take this video. No snoozing now. All right. Forward and back with the feet. So you keep the hands going the same. But the feet go forward and back, and then when I say change, you swap your feet around the other way. And then change. Swap your feet around the other way. Look, it's done again. His batteries are out. Change. Right, back yourself on the spot. You're going to twist. Hand, toe, set, snap. Dance, jump. Yo gana. You go, you say, last one, you go, and now we're lifting the ready, hand up. Lift it higher than that, move up, lift the knee up. Change, hand up. Alternate now, go, up, go. Double up. 1, 2, change. 1, 2, change. 1, 2, change. 1, 2, change. And bounce. All right, get some cobwebs going there, right? Jump bounce on the spot. So don't stand still. Bounce with the hands up. Jab cross. Jab cross. Jab cross. That's your drill. Then change. Jab cross. Jab cross. Jab cross. And then you change. So 3 on one side and 3 on the other. Go. 3 then. Keep going, keep it going. I may as well get a video of all your smiling faces here as well. Who's on? Right then, change it around. Cross jab. Go. Cross jab. Cross jab. Cross jab. Then change. Change the height as well. Change it middle, high, or high, middle, or just keep them all middle, or keep them all high. Balancing on the foot. All right. Break your back to me. Use the back leg. Use the front foot. That's not the back leg. Use the front leg and do a front kick. That's the first kick. 1, and then a long kick, a long front kick with the back leg. Then go back again. So just hit 1, 2, and then come back to bounce. 1, 2, and then come back to bounce. Then 1, 2, and come back to bounce. Then change. So the same idea. Bum bum, 1 count. Bum bum, 2nd count. Bam bam, 3 count. Go. 1, 2, and then switch back. 1, 2, switch back. 1, 2, switch back. And then change legs. Keep the hands up. Keep it going. Very good. Keep that going. Okay, let's try something slightly different. Front leg, back leg, the same. Come back, reverse turn kick. 1, 2, come back, reverse. 1, 2, come back, reverse. Change. All right, go. Front leg, rear leg, step back, reverse. Front leg, rear leg, step back, reverse. 1, 2, step back and reverse. Then change your legs. Front, back, come back, reverse, front, back, step back, reverse. Keep going, Josh. Come on. I can't watch you guys and keep it at the same time. I want to fall over. Keep it going. Good job. Right, bounce on the spot. Still the same movement-wise, we're bouncing, right? But when you go to do each of those 3 techniques, so the front leg, make it snappy. Right, and then the other one. And then the last one. So you're not going 1, 2, 3. You're going 1, snap, 2, snap, 3. So you get a little bit of a pause. I don't want to call it pause. That's fine. There's a little bit of a moment, so you can get yourself set. On your mark, get set, go. So it's the same 3 kicks, but you have a little bit of a get set ready kind of moment, right? Go. 1, 2, 3, and then switch. 1, 2, and then kick, and then switch. Keep it going, keep the hands up. Ten seconds left. Come on, how many can you do? Whip round. Even if it's just your head. Don't worry about your leg. Get the head round. Your head's the one you have to program because it's the one that controls your balance. Get the head round. Don't kick until you can see. Don't go like this. Kick. Oh. Get your head round. And then kick. Get the head round. And then kick. Get the head round. The other way, Jonathan. You went the right way the first time. The first one, you do it the first way. Then the back leg. Then step back. Pause and back. Get the head round. Head round. Kick. Come on, keep it going. Lock it more. This is when you have to keep going. When you're a bit wobbly. When you're a bit dizzy. Just go for 1 more. When you get to that point, you think, oh, I can't see nothing. That's when you try 1 more. You might fall, but you don't want to fall, so you won't. All right? Lies for dead. Or bang in the head. I did say step the foot back. But 1 more time. Look, front leg, back leg, step back, reverse. Use your front leg. I'll say it again, Logan. Right, use your front leg. Now use your back leg, then go back to where you started. No. That's not what I'm doing. 1, 2, go back to where you started. Then round. Go. Front leg. Back leg. Return. Kick. Nice. That's the way to do it. That's more for your sparring, right? It's not wrong what you did, but this is better. And I want you to let black belts rest the leg. Yeah, when you're sparring. This is just a moment where you're practicing to get the head around and move fast, accelerate from 0. But when you're sparring, you have to get this done really fast. Okay, not bad there. Check the time. And stop. Come on. Press ups, as promised. If you've got a carpet, Make sure it's not a thick carpet, because that's unstable and you might hurt your wrist. All right, you might hurt your wrist if you go on a thick carpet. A wooden floor, a thin carpet is fine. If you're going to put something under your wrist, under your first two knuckles, hello, we're just about to do press ups, Melanie. So you put something down on the floor. I haven't got much choice here. So first two knuckles and flat hand. Right, you're not going to punch it. But here, first two knuckles and flat hand press ups. For Melanie, your wrist is not so good, Melanie. You're going to do this against the wall, because what happens is, against the wall, you've got less body weight pushing down on your wrist. Yeah? So for Melanie, you're excused and you can go to the wall, slightly lean off. Slightly lean off. You can judge it based on the pain. Yeah? So the more pain, more ease off. You're going to do half and half. George as well, half and half. You've got a nice thin carpet by the looks of there, George. Just make sure it is thin, and your wrist is not going to buckle. You know what I mean by buckle? We don't want this, right? We want it nice and strong. So even though you're a junior, you're getting to do this, but only half and half. I want all of your weight on the flat hand, and then place the first two knuckles down. So let's go, unless you're adult, Jonathan knows the score, all adults, right? Flat of the hand, yes, you can do that, but then you've got to switch to double hands. Adults are doing double hand. Teens and kids, one hand flat, one hand knuckle. Josh, go for it. Right, I want 10 done. 10 on one side, and then 10 on the other. Yeah? If you're all going to do more. If you're a red belt, you're doing 3 sets. If you're a first cup, you're doing 4 sets. If you're a black belt, you're doing 5 sets. So it's not too much extra. Yeah? So you know how many you've got to do? Get it done? It's not many. And if you're doing it properly, first two knuckles should be lit up. Yeah? This shouldn't. I'll press that as well. First two knuckles. First two knuckles. There. Smashy, smashy. Are we just about done? I can't remember how many I said now. 3 sets, 4 sets, 5 sets. If you're a red belt, it's 3 sets. First cup, 4 sets. And any blue belts is 3 sets as well. Sorry. Blue belts is 3 sets. Each hand. First degree is 5 sets. Obviously, any pain, then you have to stop. And I don't mean that discomfort pain. Oh, I don't like this pain. It's, this is going to wreck my wrists. Then you stop. Yeah? Make sure you're doing, juniors are one hand flat, and most of the weight you've shifted to your flat hand. I did say that, but I'll say it again for the benefit of those not listening. The hand is open, so you carry most of your weight. And this hand, for juniors, doesn't carry a lot of weight. You're more pushing. It's a harder push-up on the one side, but you're still getting a little bit of pressure on your first two knuckles. All right? Now, all adults should be able to do at least 10 as a white belt, 10 on the first two knuckles. So if you're a 9th cup, that's 20. If you're a yellow belt, that's 30. And so on. Could be beastie coming in there. So, the time you get to black belt, you should be no problem. In fact, at black belt, hopefully, you should be on the first two knuckles in a little bunny hop. Wooden floors are so much nicer than concrete floors, though. This is a bit of giving then. Right, everyone else is waiting. Walking ready stance, up Charlie, 10, and then change, 10 on the other side. See jump. We've got 2 people still doing press-ups, so here anyway. I don't know about online. If you're online and you're not on the Zoom, don't forget to put your name in. Hashtag live, then your name, if you're in the live. But still, if you're doing a replay, even if you're just passing through, just let me know you've passed through. Hashtag replay, passing through, or hashtag replay, done it, yeah? If you've done it, then it's better for you. Even if some things are difficult, you try them anyway. You're not blocking George. You're going up with the leg and he's going, meh. You know that? Meh. Keep the hands open when you kick, otherwise you're going to kick your hands. Right? This is white belt stuff. Come on, don't forget these things. You have to put white belt back on you. Still one more doing press-ups. So keep doing the kicks. Alternate 10, 10. He's almost done. Go on, Josh, you're out of practice. Walking ready stance, at Charlie for everybody else. You should be wandering around the room. You should be doing the walking ready stance and an at Charlie. That goes for you too, Henry. Walking ready stance, rising block, the rising kick, 10 and 10. You should still be doing it because I said, while we're still waiting for people to finish the press-ups, do a walking ready stance and do up Charlie, 10 and 10. Right, Josh is up now, but everyone's going to do another set of 10. On each leg. Put some effort in. George, hands open when you kick. And let me see the block. That's better. That's George, that is. Not that other fella that just walked in for a second then. Don't want him. I want George. Yeah, the one that blocks really hard. The one that kicks really high. Boom! Champion George. Not Wimpersoid George. Get the leg up higher, Joshua D. See? That's half effort, right? Your leg goes up there, but you're going, that'll do. That'll do. Now it won't. Not when I'm in the room. Not when I've got video evidence. Come on, Henry, get that foot up. This is Henry. Anybody else want me to do the impression of them? This is Logan. Yeah? You're still supposed to be doing the rising kick, Logan. Yeah, you're supposed, yeah, never mind that. You're supposed to be doing the rising kick. In the centre line, though. Centre lines. Go on. Not standing like this. Joshua Dawson, you're standing still. Where's your legs? You're still on you. You're still on you. Yeah? Come on, keep going. No, that's not acceptable. You've got a black belt on, haven't you? Or is that just a dirty white belt? You've got to do 10 on one side and 10 on the other. That's not very good, Leo. That's not Mr. Leo kick. That's kicking tiger Leo kick. Where's the Leo? Where's the Leo red belt? That's a bit better. Alex D's kicking up higher now. Norton's not kicking very hard. Oh, wait a minute. I think he heard me. There we go. Oh, that's the blue belts back in again. Red belts, you can have a rest. Where do you go? The classes are dismissed and people are walking off and coming back in again as if it's a cafe. It's still a class. Harold. Right. Back to the press-ups again. You're going to do 20 on each side. That's 20 that way and 20 that way, non-stop. Go. Go on, get it done. Never mind yapping. Never mind complaining. You're here doing Taekwondo, not flower arranging. Go on, George. Look ahead of you, not at the TV. You don't need to watch the TV. You need to look ahead of you. Think about doing it really, really good. Just get it done. You've got to focus on what you're doing. What am I doing? What am I trying to achieve? Leo's got the right idea. He's having a bit of a rest though, which is a shame, but he's still concentrating. He's firmly fixed at finishing this exercise. He's going to do 10 on that side, 10 on that side. Oh, in fact, he's doing 20, isn't he? Sorry, 20 on each side now. Make it good. Come on, Alex D, you can do this. You remember all the press-ups you've ever done. You must have done thousands by now. So 20 more is not going to kill you. Is it? Come on, George. How many have you done in your life? You've done thousands as well. You can't let 20 press-ups beat you. That's like going back to the beginning again. Isn't it? Go back to the start. Do not pass go. Do not collect your next belt. Right? Up Charlie again, 10 and 10. 10 on one side, 10 on the other, and you keep going until everybody's finished these press-ups, which isn't going to take long because it's less this time. That's it, Leo. Nice strong block at the end there, like that one. Leo's doing the walking ready stand, going up with the foot, go bang. That's how it should be done. Don't lift the hands up too high. It's got to be here in front of your chest. That's the starting point. In front of your chest, here, and then down. If you lift them too high, you can't see anything for that split second, or even there, you're not blocking anything. You're lifting your hands up to bring them down again. Someone can take you out. You're off balance. Shukyo mat is different because it's got purpose. It's specifically going to block something. But just lifting your hands up to come back down again, that's you vulnerable. Cross the hands, Dawson. Here. And Loken. Sit. 10 and 10. Sorry, I said 20, didn't I? 20, 20. When you've done that, start jump while you're waiting. Come on, star jumps. You're not doing anything, so you may as well do something. Get the arms straighter. Reach up for the sky now. Cross them over this way. And the next time you come up, cross them over the other way. Cross in, cross in. It might be tied in with your... Well, it doesn't matter. You can change your feet there. Doesn't matter. Keep going. Nearly done. All right. Parallel stance. Jumbe. Sajichurugi. Sajichurugi, going to loosen up a little bit, but when you punch, you've got to activate this block here. Yeah? The bit in the middle that's either rock hard or sagging a little bit. Yeah? What have you done to make it the way it is? What have you done to make your punches the way they are? What have you done to make your belly the way it is? Eh? If it's not the way you want it, you might have done something wrong. If your punches are not correct, you might have done something wrong. If your kicks are no good, you might have done something wrong. If your belly's hanging over your trousers, maybe you've done something wrong. Like visit the fridge too much, right? If you're not very fit, if you're feeling a bit out of breath, maybe you've not been practicing enough at all. Chumbi, to. Sajichurugi, Sija. Now these are astonishingly fantastic punches and blocks. 4-directional punch, Sajichurugi. Are you doing the best version of the punch? The best version of your walking stance? The best version of your low block? Are you doing the best version of your parallel stance? Barrow, Loken. Paro is paro, but not before. Sajumaki, Chumbi. Then like this. Yeah, have the team flip. I don't want to do 4 extra block. Tough. Man, Jumbe. Sajimaki. Sisha. What version are you showing me right now? The wrong one for one person. He's fixed it now, good lad. Yeah. That's because your hair's too long. Yeah? Yeah, it is. Don't shake your head. It's because your hair's too long. Are you going round again, are you, George? Keep going. Oh no, okay. Barrow, you started at a different angle. Show. Fair enough. Because I think there's a delay on the line here. Barrow! Barrow. Try different frequencies. Chunji next. Chunji, the first pattern. 19 movements. Walking stance, low outer forearm block. Walking stance, middle punch. And L stance, inner forearm block. 19 movements. Chunji. Are you ready, George? Make sure you step forward a little bit because it's this time you need the cross. Yeah, with 4 directional punch, you need the cross as well. If you step, you know. But your next pattern, damn good, then everything goes forward. That's fine. Jumi, Chunji Kun, Sisha. Oh, hesitant, Joshua Dawson. And very, maybe it's the screen, maybe the refresh rate is too fast. Okay. Everybody finishes on right. There we go. Right walking stance, middle punch. Barrow, step up. Show. Now there's no fixing uniform, you know that. Parallel. No, there's none of that. Show. Now you can pick your nose. Right. It's going to be Chunji again. It's going to be by numbers this time. What I want you to focus on, and I'll try and remember to remind you, but I might forget myself. When you're going to do the last punches going backwards, try not to look like you've just soiled yourself. Yeah? Try not to look like you've made a mess in your pants. Because some of you go backwards like this. It's like you just messed yourself. When you're going backwards, no. Remember, going backwards, the foot comes in. The same as going forward. In, smiley face, smiley face. You won't have a smiley face. It'll be everybody else having a smiley face if you walk backwards like that. Like you just, right? So make sure you go smiley face, smiley face. Otherwise, it looks horrible. Really does. Chunji-ku, by numbers. You make. First number, when Joshua Dawson decides to join back. Ah, there he is. Hada! Okay, go back. There is no delay crossing your hands. You don't bend your knees, then go, oh, I must cross my hands. It happens at the same time. Too many people go like this. Oh, yeah. You've already decided to look, and something's going to happen. Now, it's lucky that we know how Chunji works, because we know we're going to do a low block. Right? So I'm going to do a low block. I'll do it this way. Up. I'm crossing my hands straight away. Bend the knees, cross the hands. In, down, good. Up. We don't pause. I don't wait to go. Up. 3, 2, 1. There's no point in doing that. But when you go, you need to cross the hands. If you stop, you've got to restart. If you restart, you're delaying your block against an attack. An attack that's already started happening. They've got a head start. If you stop, you've just delayed yourself from defending yourself. And you've given them a further head start, where your hand should be already on its way. You're still going, I'll have a coffee first, then I'll go, bang. Right? So you're going to go, So get ready for the first move. Ready? Zumbe. Bang. A bit more acceleration then, Joe. Josh, you alright? Either your signal's gone, you've just been hit about 15 times. Back leg straight. Make sure your back leg is straight. Why am I focusing on this? Because two people's back legs not straight. And none of you are white belts. So this should be spot on already. Half facing, walking stance, low outer forearm lock, and now you're going to go. So there's no pause here either. There's no, I'm going to go, yes, I'm going to go. There's no thinking, maybe, yes. You're punching. So punch. As soon as you start moving, that's the acceleration kicked in. You push down on the pedal because you're trying to get there before they run away. Set. So there's no pause there. Go back to that last punch. And go back to that last punch and you go, what? It's tricky because you've done it slow for so long. When you do this spin now, you're going to get a bit lost. Go. We're still in the low block blocking. Waiting for one more. Melanie, spin round the low block. That's it. Next, punch. See, that's done with speed, isn't it? The purpose of the punch and the block, any attack or defense that you're doing, is to hurt the other person. Either a little bit or a lot of it. But in the case of a punch, it's not a little bit. And in a low block, it's not a little bit. It's a lot of it. So you're going to do a low block, you're going to smash it out and you're breaking someone's leg off. Hana! Not bad, Morton. Yeah? A bit delayed there, Logan. Good! Set. Net. Are you putting in the effort? Alex D, you look a bit slow on that one. Let me see the next one really good. L stance. Waiting for Logan. We're on number 9 now, Logan. Straight arm. You're still doing a punch, yeah? Now the next one. Set. Decent, Alex D. And George. Hana. That's it, Melanie. Two. Good, Leo. Set. Net. Go. Spin really fast and block, knock their arms off. Hana. Punch. Two. All right, here's the saggy bottom bit. Remember, your feet go in smiley face, not messy pants. Ready? Backwards. Hana. Two. That was dead slow, Joshua Dawson. That was less than white belt slow. I see that much better. Paro, step up. Even, where's he gone now? Even Logan's disappearing now. How rude. If you can manage to do those techniques with that amount of power, you haven't fallen over, you haven't hurt yourself. You might have got a little bit disorientated on the half spin, but you've got to do your own great pattern now with as much conviction. What does that mean? It means really hurt the geezer when you're punching, when you're striking, when you're blocking and striking. Smash them. They're imaginary. You're allowed to. You're not going to get into trouble. You'll get into trouble if you don't. So your own grade pattern. That's it. So not quite the best move in the world there, Henry, but that was with conviction. Exactly right. Yeah? You look like you were throwing someone down the stairs there. Your own grade pattern, jumping. Well, don't do that, Logan. It's always going to be quite near if I don't specify. And I have said that before. Don't misbehave now. Right? It's always the default, isn't it? If I say step forward and punch, you know what the default is. Yeah? Walking stance with a punch, right side. Ready, George? Junkun. Just check everybody's ready stance. Hands further away. If you're doing an A, B, or C, make sure it's not too close to your nether regions, right? In front of your belly button, if you're here. A, B, yeah? And C is free kick. But not free. Anyway, let's go. See ya! With conviction, that means smash your opponent. Obviously, there are some techniques where you relax, but everything else is kill or be killed. Even the X stance, X just. There's not enough power in that, Henry. There's a single punch first, and then the reverse punch is separate. It's not fast motion. Good, Alex D. Pick the knee up a bit higher on the side kicks. Keep going. That's it. Then last two moves. Kirutura, Chukyo Maki. Chukyo. And then reverse punch. Bandi Churiki. Go back. Go back. Bandi Churiki. That's, you just step forward. I didn't say step forward, I just said bandage you. Yeah, do it properly though. Don't just stick your hand out. That's it. Good one. Loken's almost done. He's just back in the last few folk. Jonathan's just about done. And Henry, you have to do now, Henry. Right foot, left foot. Left foot, right foot. I'm going to do it again with you, but I just have to say it first so you know which foot's first. From here, if I'm facing this way, I'm going to go quarter circle, but then drop sand mountains. Yeah? So I'm going to go right foot, left. Left foot, right. Left foot, left foot. So go right foot first. And now left foot, same direction. Now spin it half a circle, coming left, clockwise. Yeah, now two more. One more. Now, clockwise again with your left leg. So you're facing the front. Boom! Yeah? And when you finish there, it's going to be right foot, left foot. This is an L stance, low double forearm pushing block. L stance, low double forearm pushing block. Right? The hardest bit is remembering the sanmakis. Right foot, left foot. Left foot, right foot, left foot. And then it's one more to get back to the spot that you started on, right? Okay, everyone else is okie dokie. Barrow, step up. Sure. When you're coming up to the ready stance as well, for example, I'll just pick first cup, right? First cup, arrow. It's not this, arrow. Hard day in the office. Yeah? Oh, the number of, oh, Jesus, what a day. No. Arrow. Sure. Oh, what a day you had. Then you can complain. Sure. Relax. Oh, my back. Oh, my legs hanging off. Right? But not this. Arrow. Oh. Number of silly folk I've had to talk to on the phone. Had a bad day? Wait till show. Right, you're going to do it again. I kind of saw the power fade away a little bit. When I say you've got to put the power in, it's from the start to the finish. It's not as much as you can. I've forgotten about the power now. I'm bored. I want to finish the pattern. I want to finish the pattern. Can't be that. Hands up, who's done an air fix model before? Yeah, me too. Yeah. Don't they do airfix anymore? That's what you mean. Use your different. What's that? They still make them, don't they? They still make airfix. I thought so. Who's made a Lego model before of a spaceship or dinosaur or whatever they make these days? Anything. A Lego, Ninjago super thing, I don't care what it's made of Lego, right? Joshua Dawson has it. You don't have Lego, Josh? Yeah, you made anything out of Lego ever. Even Melanie's put up her hand here, right? Jonathan as well. So it's not just for little ones. You might not be following a plan, but maybe you are. Let's say you are. Airfix model, Lego model, paint by numbers, jigsaw puzzle. You've got instructions and you follow them. It's the same with your patterns. Your patterns, they've got instructions. That piece must go there. That piece must go there. This piece must look like this. That piece must look like that. Your walking stance must be that shape. Your L stance must be that shape. Your fixed stance must be that shape. It's like a little puzzle, an airfix model or a Lego model, right? And it's got instructions on how to do it. Nowhere does it say punch. I have to be careful with my words then. It's not 1980 anymore. Don't punch like a wet lettuce. Right? Don't punch like this. Don't block like this. It doesn't say that. A punch is done, Taekwondo style, is done hard as nails. You're trying to break something. Put that down, Josh. You haven't worked hard enough for that. Eh? If you work hard, you can get a drink. But you're not working hard enough. And I'm only talking, so it's not like it's pretty under pressure. Or maybe it is. Do your pattern again, but remember that it's Taekwondo. It's not origami. What's origami? Folding paper, making swans, or any other delicate shape. Right? It's not paper folding. It's people cutting, punching, smashing. No. No. Look at that, flower. It's not that. Not what we're doing. Let's see your pattern again. Too big. Hard as nails. Taekwondo style, like it's supposed to be. Not mamby-pamby thing, right? Shisha. Try and get the control there, okay? Try and get control in there. Yeah, same as Josh. Your hands came in short there, Josh. It's a big circle, right? Get this working, both of you. Get obstacles and not working properly. Take your time, though. That's far too fast. Each move is done fast. Demonstrate the technique as if it's the last one you're going to do before they fall over. But then another one pops up and you've got to smash them as well. The kicks have got to be smashing out as well. Obviously, the side kicks much better from all blue belt and above. Green belt and above. Green belt and above, I want to see the side kicks better than that. Deep, then deep. Sometimes power goes because you're thinking about a technique. That just means you need to practice more. So you don't have to think about it. If you know what it is, you just get on and do it, and then you can put everything into that technique. That's it, Jonathan. Even that one's slow, Jonathan. That one it's spot on, but it was too fast. It's done 1, 2, 3, 4. The same as that. Yeah, so just come up 1, 2, both hands working hard, and then back. Right leg. That's it, and then foot to foot, other way. Bang. Good. Now that should be a fixed stance. Both knees are bent. A fixed stance is just the same as one yo when you do the punch, yeah? One yo is fixed stance, but this is fixed stance as well. They're good shamati. Ochong so, be good shamati. Have you got your knees bent, George? That's probably a bit too long for you, George. Bring your front foot in a bit. There you go. That, and now bend your knees. You're sorted. Barrow. Show. What time is that say? Just check the time before we get kicked out. Oh no, we've got time. Oh, sorry. Right. So as long as you remember that the techniques, apart from slow, right? Obviously that's slow, but it's still controlled. When you're doing a pushing, when you're doing pressing, any of these techniques, it's still done with a lot of energy coming from your center here. It's supposed to be tense. If I try and push someone and just do that, I'm not going to move them. I'm not going to move them at all. To make them move, especially if they're not moving towards me or moving away from me, if they've not got any kind of movement, if they're stationary, I'm going to have to use this to make them go. It's a bit like Tai Chi or Qigong, right? When they do all this flowery stuff, right? They're doing tension in their stomach and their body to make you fly. This is not waving in the wind. Yeah? Oops, wasn't me. They're doing real techniques to hurt people. Or to move people till they hurt themselves, more correctly. When you're doing your Taekwondo, you're going bang! And you're hitting hard in most cases. Hapkido is slightly different. But when you're punching and striking, you're supposed to be hurting someone to different levels. And some of them are warning shots, some of them you'll just go bang. So it's a snap and you stun them. And sometimes it's not a stun, it's in one side, out the other. Right? So there's different techniques. You're getting taught the basics. When you get to black belt, you start to learn that there's different ways of striking people. Some KOs on the floor. I'm not sure why I'm on a roller coaster with Josh's camera at the moment. I'm going to get sick in a minute. When you're doing the strikes, there's different ways of striking as well. You're just getting told to strike. You've got to learn one way before you get told another way. Right? It's the same with all techniques. You need to learn the techniques properly, and to do them properly, you need to perform them to the maximum power. And some of you are just not doing that. You're just plodding through the pattern, or step sparring. You're just plodding through step sparring without any purpose. And you need to understand the technique and what its purpose is. That's what you pick up as a colour belt, but it's not until black belt, second, maybe third degree, you go, oh, right, okay. That's why that's like that. That's why that's like that. You might pick it up sooner if you practice more. You might realize things more because you're practicing them more than anybody else. That's when you start, oh, right, that's why that's like that. That's, oh, okay. You start realizing things, right? You'll know that as an adult. You'll know that's happened to you when you're learning a skill, when you're learning a trade, when you're learning how to talk to someone, when you're learning how this software functions, or what's the best way to talk to someone about, in Jonathan's case, properties. You know, whatever your thing is, you learn how to bring it round so you can give the best option to the customer, but you're actually giving the best option to your company or yourself. Yeah, you've given them what they want, but they didn't know they wanted it until you told them about it. Well, now they really want it. Yeah? So it's a bit like learning that sort of thing. You don't know these things until you start picking things up. It's like your division and multiplication. What they do nowadays in the school is bizarre, right? All these. When we were younger, we just used our brains. We're 3 into 49. We just did it on the page there, 3 into 49. That's how you do it. 1, carry the 1, 3 to 19, and the remainder. Right? Now you do all this stuff that I just cannot fathom. Right? Why? Because it's using the brain less in one way and using it more in another way, which wastes time. You're using your brain more and it's a waste of time. But if you just use your brain like we did in the old days, you'd be done a lot quicker. Yeah, you'd be done a lot quicker, that's for sure. And I'm not talking about calculators. We didn't have calculators, especially in exams. We weren't allowed calculators in exams. Even in physics exams, mathematics exams, biology and chemistry, computer science, we weren't allowed calculators. We had to use this thing in here. This thing that we keep in the dark. More so literally these days. Right, parallel stance. Jumbi, you're going to show me 2-step sparring, right? Number 5. 2-step sparring number 5. So already you're going number 5. You're using your brain, and you're not bringing numbers down and carrying them over and writing little arrows and doing matrices. Right? You're going 2-step sparring number 5. Starts with a hand, then a foot. Okay. I might get this wrong, but I'm going to do the hand technique as powerfully as possible and the foot technique as powerfully as possible. And if I get it right, that bad guy is going flying out the window. If I do it wrong, he's still going to fly out the window because I'm hitting him really hard. Ready? Jumbe. Walking stance or L stance. That might be the tricky bit. When you right foot back, George. Thank you. Okay, 2-step sparring number 5. Sijak. Punch, front kick, down. You can still punch. Everybody can punch. Yeah, you're still there. Do a walking stance punch, go, boom, and then do a front kick, boom, and down. Good. Arrow. Right, defense. For those that haven't done the defense yet, you're going to go back, double forearm block, palm scooping block. So it's not ollie-o, it's darro, and then upset punch. All right, so do it again. You're going to do that one again. You're going to make it better than the last version. That's progress. It might not be set in your brain, but you know what the moves are now. Get it done. Do it again. More power. Boom. What did I say? You might do it wrong, but do it with style. You might get it right, and the guy's going to go flying out the window. Wouldn't that be fun? Make sure that's L stance, though, George. Darro, Maggie. L stance. Because then you have to step forward across the lines. And then you're closer. So it has to be L stance for the second block. Don't do this, though, not in the direct speed. It's here. Don't do this. Wow. Don't do wow blocks. Here. 1, 2. That's it. But remember, hands down. Boom. Upset. And the foot slips forward. Now, what I was saying before about the abs working, you need this. You need them working for this one because you're connecting with the person for a long time. Yeah? That, bang, is not a long time. That is a long time. That is a long time. That is a long time. Even the lineo maki is a long time. You're in connection with your opponent. So you have to get some tension in your abs. That's that section there, round about your belly button. Yeah? So do that one again, number 5, and when you're doing the double, get some tension, and then accelerate. Go. Number 5 again. Step forward and punch, step forward and kick. And it's a low front kick. It's a side kick. That's a better one, Norton. Good. 1, 2. Keep going, Alex. Keep going, practice. Once you've done one version, you try and make the next one 1.1 better than 1.0. Or in your case, it might be 100.50. You've done so many of these, but still trying to make the last one, you try and beat it. Yeah, that's it. Try and supersede. Go on, George, put some more power into that. 1, then front kick, boom, that's it. Now you're going to step back. Good. That's not correct, George. The thing about doing good, and you, yeah, go on and show me what you're going to do. No. I'm going to say no, because you have to stop now. Listen. Okay? In doing good, we've done this before. This is just the same. There's your L stance, and then you step forward. Yeah? Step forward like you do good. This is why we're doing this now, for blue belt practice. Making sure you're in L stance, so go forward into a walking stance. So try that again. Keep going, keep practicing. You try to make the last one that you do the best one before start the class. That's it, George. Exactly correct. Because for blue belts, that's what you're doing too good, at least twice. Yeah? 1. Yeah. Okay. Stepping forward. Alex, these frozen. Oh, stop in there. Come on, stop. I'm going to get kicked out. The wee man's going to come shouting at me now. It's 8 o'clock. We've gone past. All right, stand up. Log in. Right. We'll see you tomorrow anyway. Tomorrow, back on. Fitness time. And they're not doing anything with the electrics so far, so the class will be on. I have to make you work doubly hard tomorrow. Right? Fitness, kickboxing, the works. We'll do that tomorrow. Chanil, come then. Have a good evening. Thank you for being here. I will see you. Don't forget the replay in case you didn't get anything. Bye for now. Bye for now, Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget the replay. #replay and your name. Well done.